Woo! Okay. I know. We gotta keep the cat. I literally just got home. Haven't even finished letting the dog out yet. So sorry for slight delay and everything. So I'm wearing a jacket the whole 9 yards. Let me get ready, and then hopefully we'll have a few people showing up if I did that right, and we can get going. I haven't even gone downstairs to get everything. What's up, Chris? Oh, set that down. I get this sticking off. So a little bit busier than I anticipated today. Nothing too crazy. Just shit that gets in the way. And I didn't want to keep you guys waiting any longer while I kind of got ready. So I thought I would just go ahead and get on here. And I kind of got to get a unflattering tour of some of my house while I do this. I need to wash my hat too. All right. Now we're ready to rock and roll. Had to get the hat on, right? Still wearing my work boots. Well, you know, the work wasn't really a big deal. Like, it just, somebody mentioned being law full of paperwork. One of those cats knocked out my drink, maybe. I don't know. Which, yeah, that can kind of suck. But I do really have that much paperwork, so that wasn't so much the problem. But the problem actually comes down to gator food. And I had hauled some gator food to the shop the other day because I don't use it. My gator likes meat, and we've got one there that wants some pellets. So I took the pellets, forgot to unload them, so I thought after work I'd stop back by, unload the pellets. Was unloading the pellets. Yes, and happy birthday, Jeremy. And then got involved in some drama there, and then here I am late. So that is kind of why I'm behind. Like I say, not a huge deal, but it does happen. So you guys will have to bear with me just a little bit because I thought I'd be home like an hour ago. And with me not being home an hour ago, that means I haven't even worked on pricing. So we're going to kind of do this on the fly as we go. The good news is I think it'll work. I think it'll work. So, off to the reptile room to plug some stuff in. Damn cat's knocked over my wallet. And then get this party started. Well, I gotta keep the cat out of here too. The cat, well, one of them is my buddy. And he wants to be in here. Woo! Made that, didn't want to do that. Turn on some lights in here. Armpit shot. All right. Here we go. Whew! That was fun. So, we're almost ready to rock and roll, I promise. And today is Clutch 13. Clutch 13 is going to be the ghost clutch. That's what I was looking for. Alrighty. Get in this new bitchin' tripod. Again, Wayne, thanks for that. Can't remember if I saw you on here yet or not. But, and I do have a topic I want to discuss today. So stick around after the sale, if you don't mind. The reason being is usually, and this probably should be a full YouTube video. I haven't broke it yet. Not this one. This will still work and good. And if you think it should be a full YouTube video when I do it, let me know. But something got said the other day. Not by anybody here, just in general. And I realized that I'm not the person to know if it's true. But I think you guys are, along with other people. I don't think I'm in the position to say it's factual or not factual. And so I want to hear, not like anything, it'll be varying differences of opinions. And I want to hear them. So, let me set that over here. Gotta get my computer fired up too. But y'all can't see the computer because that actually has a master list of what are specials and what aren't. And I think there's a couple, at least in this clutch, that there's a lot of things in this clutch going on. There's some stuff for me, there's some stuff for y'all later. So with that being said, I definitely got to check the computer. And I'll probably do a little bit of pricing as we get a few things out. But what I was going to say is I want you guys to stick around after the sale, if you don't mind, and give me, you know, just a little bit of your time. If there's something I should do fully on YouTube, tell me that. Maybe I'll go do it while I got some time. So, because it's interesting. It's an interesting thought. And it deals with something we're all into, which would be the ball python market. it's health, and you know, a few things on that. So while I was getting everything set up, was there any questions I missed? Because I was kind of doing a lot of shit, getting this all done at once. You know what I mean? So if I did miss something, somebody please let me know. All right. This is clutch 13. Clutch 13, in all honesty, is probably, once I find it, one of my favorite clutches of this year. There's 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, where's the rest of them? Found 3, 4, 5, and 6, and I know there's more than that. Yeah, I break a lot of shit, though. That's all I do, break a lot of shit. Oh, there's 1301. And then, so I got 1. There is 1 over here. Did I not put a number on it? I know I had to put a number on that one. Where did you go? It's down here, 1307. So, 7's over there where it should be. So then I need to find the rest of them. So there's anything over here. That's the one thing I haven't gotten very good at yet, is everything kind of gets mixed up this year because there's just so many babies. Those tubs empty up. New tubs get filled. And apparently not there. So how's the back been? You'll see, Mr. Boobag. And the back is doing pretty good, actually. This is probably the best it's been. You know, it was really fucking with me. Like, it has its moments. And on the way to Denver, I could feel it, but I wasn't going to miss that. So it was really kind of like, oh shit, you know. And then I got through that, and come Sunday, you know, I did some hot tub soaking on Saturday. Thank you again. And come Sunday, it felt a lot better. And then it's been kind of a rock star the last few days. So we're going to be out of town for a few days this weekend. Question Girl and I will. And so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, when I met you, Jamie, I was in a lot of pain. I was hurting. Not like incapacitated pain, but you know, I was in pain. It's just become kind of a, there's a 102. So I had a 102. Where is 3 and 4? 3, 4, okay. 5, 6. Found them all. It was a lot of pain. And I don't know how to get the camera off mirrored. Maybe this will do it. What's that button do? No, we don't want that. Nope. Yeah. Maybe that's what it, maybe it's just the way the camera works. Because it's for me on the left, you know. So, yes, I was in a lot of pain. But, you know, you can't let that, even though I was hurting, man, I was having fast. So the pain gets overlooked for what you're doing. You know, if you talk to Corey, he'll tell you he was there. I mean, there's times like afterwards I was walking gingerly, and I was so thankful. Like, people don't realize how thankful I was. Like, they were actually helping us load and unload shit, and the bending was just murder. So for my back to be as good as it's been this week has been good. And it's just going to be something I have to live with, Jamie. And it's part of life, you know. If that's the biggest complaint I got. I mean, I'm a lucky individual. I've had a great. I can't complain. That's all I got. I got not much to complain about. But let's get this party started. And let me get a website up here. You know what? We're going to do this website free. I'm just going to. I'll probably get yelled at for this later, but it ain't on you. You all have to wait. So I'm just going to price it as a go. Out of there. So if I'm way crazy, then and nobody buys it, then I might end up adjusting it down whenever we make a list. Way too cheap and you buy it, then lucky you. That's what I get for being late. But let's start with this guy here. This, he just shed too. Like literally just shed, is going to be Mr. Boobag. Let me, before I show you Mr. Boobag, as you guys call him, that's a good name for him. Before I get him out there. He probably is. That's Mr. Boobag. So Mr. Boobag is still, oh, there's the lens, really small. Way smaller than anything else. And she's at parent-teacher conferences, I believe. You can see, though, he is gorgeous. He is doing wonderful. And, you know, he's great. So here's the thing, though. This one, that little boob is kind of near and dear right now. And at this point in time, he is not going to be available. He has a little bit of growing to do anyway. And so I'm just not going to put him available yet. I'm not even going to price him yet. And then we got this one here. This is 8-1302. Boob egg was 181301. Remember there, Graffiti Reptiles, Mr. Andrew Nolan. Just because I don't price things now, it doesn't mean you won't see them later. Okay? But you may not. Some of them are for me. Some of them aren't. We have this little lesser. Now, this clutch is going to be, let me make sure I get this right. Yes, this will be everything that's in this clutch. If it's not a visual ghost, is 100% het for ghost. Okay? It's also a 50% chance for being het for example, because it was my own true ghost or het true ghost I produced that made these babies bred to a lesser ghost. So guaranteed het ghost, and I don't think this is a visual ghost. This is just a lesser, but it's also guaranteed to be het true ghost. Let me go ahead and sex this one for you. Or not het true ghost. Sorry, 50% het exanthic and 100% het for ghost. And you can see there, maybe, whoop, focus, that's a little girl. This is a little female lesser, and I know on our female lessers before, we were at $100. This one being a het ghost, so 50% het exanthic. I think I'm just going to stick them at 125. So this is 181302, and we're going to do her at 125. For those of you who are new, God, I should have went over this. I kind of forgot. Make sure you're commenting on YouTube. Use the link that I put in the description. You know, if you get to YouTube, make sure you're commenting on YouTube. And so if you're not on YouTube, you need to be on YouTube to comment for me to see it so I can see the order. So make sure you're there. And Jason Ross is going to be the first one to claim that. I always forget we have some new people that I got to explain that to. That being said, too, I know we've had a lot of new people this month, and that is great. I've had a few people ask about, you know, they missed the last sale because they're new, and, you know, want to know if they could participate in this sale when they're still new. And I kind of thought, you know, we're not going to have too many more. We got this, and we got 14, 15, 16, 17, then we're done. And so I told those folks, too, so if you're new, you know, and you haven't been billed yet for $5 or more, you can go ahead and pick these up, but we're not going to ship them till November 1st. And if you end up not being billed, you know, I'm not going to be able to ship them to you, obviously, but I do want you guys to be able to participate and not miss out on everything. And we kind of did 2 this month, so go ahead and feel free to jump in on that. So for those who are new, get to YouTube. You can either use, if you're on an iPhone, I think you have to copy that link, open the browser, paste it in the browser, and I need to be seeing your comments like I can see them now. So if you can't see the live stream of comments coming through, then you're on the wrong spot. Get to the YouTube channel. Not Olympus Reptiles will be Matt Gambrella YouTube. It's a completely separate YouTube channel. So we'll watch it. We'll watch the shipping temps in November. What I have found is in Kansas, where I'm at, you know, it's great for shipping in the fact that I'm kind of in the middle. So shipping prices are pretty consistent no matter where I'm going. You know, that would be awesome to do. Yeah. But we will run into some cold in November. But usually I can ship a lot in November and still in December. I've been able to ship and receive. You just got to wait for the right time. January, February, it's a little sketchy. Come March, April, May, June, we're usually rock stars. July and August, it's going to be probably too hot. September, October, November is usually pretty good. December, sketchy. You know, basically we can ship down to pretty cool. It's actually better for the snake to be cool than too hot. So, you know, that's just kind of something to think about. So like, but you don't want it to get, like if it's getting down below freezing, we ain't gonna, we're not gonna ship something that's gonna be frozen, obviously. So we just kind of watch in November, and you know, and yeah. So that's kind of me when we freezing's kind of cut off because we're gonna have a heat pack and everything else. So, but do know that like, and you guys have been really patient, and that's one thing with pre-selling these. It kind of does. It's cool. But it kind of sucks on the front end because you also have to wait to get them, you know, because I got to get them the size and everything else. And we shipped out 10 snakes, I think it was this weekend, which is cool. And but I am gonna get them to you. It may just take a bit, you know, but we get them to you and we feed them when we have them. We take good care of them. And if something ever happened, we're going to. I think we've had 1 snake die this year. We had 2 snakes actually pass away. One of them was one of last year's babies. That it was the one that prolapsed. You guys probably remember that one. And We talked to the person who bought it. We had another snake that was very similar. They elected to replace it. And then we had one of the pastel xanthics unfortunately pass away. And we also talked to the person who bought that, and I had another snake to replace it. And if they didn't want the replacement, we would simply just refund your money in full. You're not going to be missing anything from us. So there you go. Yeah. Yeah, 2 days late when it's cold, there's just, I mean, those heat packs are good for at least 40 hours, you know? So, and I can't control FedEx. That's why we put the heat packs. And that's also why I like, and we do the live arrival guarantee if it's at facility. It's hard to do it at a house because, you know, I get a notification something arrives and I don't hear for 2 or 3 hours. I don't know what happened to that snake. They pick it up right away and there's a problem. Obviously, that's on me and I'm going to take care of that. But it is, you know, we end up, as a breeder, if FedEx screws up, well, we end up eating that. We just do it. And it's kind of the unfortunate cost of doing business. That's kind of the best way to put it. But, oh shit. You don't know how lucky you are because, oh man, tell you what, Jason, you are a lucky individual. You want to know why? I didn't look at my computer screen. That snake was not supposed to get sold. But I sold it. It's yours. That's what I get for not looking too close. Fixed it though. We're going to go to 8-181303. This one is a little male. Whoop. Also going to be a lesser. Also going to be 100% het for ghost. And 100% or 50% het for exanthic. This one now... yeah, Jeremy, thank you. It did suck, but, you know... yeah, that's the thing. They're not going to be on a truck on a hub pickup, which I really like. Because you don't know how long it's going to be on a truck. Even if you live close, their route may leave it on there for several hours. This is another one. Really, this is the last one. This one just happens to be a male. Whoop. Come here, little buddy. See if I can show you that. Oh, Jason, I sold it to you. It's yours. I didn't want to keep it. It was going to actually be a special for you guys. So I intended on selling it. And see, that one is a male. And sometimes you'll see that. I don't know how well it's showing. There's not a lot of pain there, but you can see how red it is. Then when I move my thumb, you can see that slight retraction. That is a male. So this one is not going to be available. Hint, hint. So, yeah, I just didn't look close enough. Originally, we were going to swap those two around, but we are going to end up having to keep one of those. Oh, man. Yeah, and see, who knows, one pass, and we shipped a bunch of stuff the same day, and one place was still a place that was hot, and it was a little cool here, and we had to heat pack it because it was cool here. And I also thought FedEx, because it says a live animal, would keep it in a temperature-controlled environment. I'm pretty sure they didn't. That's what probably happened to Pastel Xanthic. Yeah. He did. Well, it was going to be sold anyway. It just was going to be sold different. So now that other one will end up being sold different at some time. Sorry to bust a bubble, but I'm not going to tell you when, unless you're, you know, one of those upper tiers, then we will tell you when that happens. But I kind of, whoopsie. Yeah. And it always sucks, you know, when we lose one at all. 18-1304. This one is going to be really cool. There is also a special announcement in this video. This is one I'm really happy about. Check this out. What that is that is a ghost bumblebee, right? There's no lesser in it, just ghost bee, 50% het exanthic, and this one is a little male. I think this snake rocks. And I'll tell you what we're going to do on this one. This is 18-1304. Oh. Yeah, the guy I ship with is like, if they ever get out, I'm going to kill them all, so I'm glad you package well. They keep them inside. So what we're going to do with this one is we're going to do this one at 150. I think, I don't remember what normal price is on these when I've looked them up, but with the het exanthic possibility and the fact, it's just a gorgeous example. So that's 8-1304, and he is going to be 150, little male. Yep, just flying a snake turd. So Yeah, Jason, that's what it was. It was held back for a Patreon special. And I mean, I'll show you. There's one in this too that I've held back for me. So it definitely happens. So 18-1304, male ghost spider, 50% chance head exanthic. He will be $100. So that's where he's at. Or sorry, I didn't say 100. I said 150. $150. Yeah, 100 would be way too cheap. So 150. I said that the first time, so we're gonna stick with that. On that one. $150 on that one will be that one. And don't worry, Chris, I got one coming up for you too here in just a second. And that is 8-13-04, the Humblebee for $150. And let's go to 8-13-06. All right, guys. This one is just shed. And this one is special. Let me show it to you. Very similar to the last one, 8-13-06. Probably my favorite one. I think it's just a shade brighter. They're both very, very nice. The head on this one is a really cool pattern. I think I can show his head off. Kind of a really neat. Whoop! I hate doing these cameras myself. Pattern looks really cool. This is 8-13-06. Now, you're thinking I'm going to say he's 150 as well. I'm not. Because here's the kicker. This is the exact same thing. Humblebee, 50% chance for being head exanthic, male. This one, don't bite me in the face, buddy. You're thinking about it. This is one that Chris already bought. And you're thinking, wait a minute. Yeah, they call him Humblebee. It's a ghost spider. I think I said Humblebee, didn't I? It's a honeybee. Humble and honey, I always get those. It is a honeybee, ghost spider. Now here's the kicker on this one. Chris already bought it, and you're probably thinking, well, that's a bunch of bullshit because you're supposed to sell snakes here first, and usually you'd be right. We did this one a little different because Chris bought it so I could do it as a giveaway. So what's going to happen is this year's charity snake, right? So everything he paid for the snake is going to go straight to the Big Cats charity we talked about. And when I come back from vacation sometime in early November, we'll schedule it. I'm going to give this snake away. And we're going to do this giveaway a little different. It's not going to be a drawing like our giveaways when we get to the mark when we hit the, I think 2,500. I have it listed to start doing giveaways. And those will probably be drawings and other things. But this one, what I'm going to do is because it was a magician show that we watched that inspired me to give to this tiger place, I've got a magic trick that I'm going to do, my one and only. And the first person who figures out what I used or how I did it, you got to be pretty specific on what I used, then gets it. So it's going to be a little bit of a contest. It'll be kind of fun. And somebody's going to get this snake for free. He's paying the price of the snake. I'm going to cover the shipping. And there you go. So this one you might get, but not yet, right? Not yet. What do you mean, huh, DW Exotics? I'm confused. It's going to be a giveaway. It's going to be a fun giveaway. It's going to be open to everybody $5 and up. And that was done by Chris because he wanted to step up and take care of the charity and make sure you guys got taken care of as well. So, it is some good shit. It is pretty cool. And he's not the only one. Actually, there's going to be another snake that I got to send a message on because I made a mistake today. If you looked at the post, if you were really quick on it, really quick on seeing the post, there was a snake I had listed that I'd already sold. I had to go fix it. And but I already had a message on it by the time I fixed it. And so and the person who bought it said, actually, you know what? I'm kind of full up. So how about you just keep, you resell it. And if you can resell it, then you can keep my portion that I paid and also give it to the Tiger Charity. So you guys are stepping up on Patreon and we're going to help some big cats. Right? And I love that. I think if I'm going to profit off animals, then I should give back to animals. So I'm really excited about getting to do all that. I got one more snake to show you. And, I'm going to be, you're as bad as, oh, for doing like the emojis or what makes her as bad as Cusco? I love cats. I love all animals, but, like big cats is something, if I could, I'd have one. But it's just, it's not reasonable, for me to have. I actually have to go look at the name. I'll find it here in a minute. I can find it online. I know where it is, and the story behind it was this magician that used to use a lot of huge cats in his show in Vegas, and he had super nice place. They had their own pool and waterfall, like it was immaculate. And then he decided to stop using big cats and give them the life of being a big cat. So now they're at this sanctuary that wants to eventually be able to do some introductions and things like that. And hide the pickle. I probably won't put that on camera. That's a good trick, though. Oh, my pickle's like this. It's easy to hide. Anyway, and so now every show he does, he raises money for that charity, and he has things that he sells where all the proceeds go to that charity. He shows a video of his tigers and charity in the sanctuary and what it means to him and why he decided to do it. And I think that is, just that right there inspired me, because we want to do a charity every year. I was looking for what to do. And it spoke to me. And when something speaks to you like that, I'm not going to get into where everybody's religion lies, and that's a conversation for another day. But I know I've got my beliefs, and when something speaks to me, I follow it. And it spoke to me, and it said that it kind of moved me, and I wanted to do something for it. So that's how I chose that charity. It's really the same reason why I'm into snakes. I got into it, and I loved it, and I found a passion for it. And it kind of moved me to do this, which is why I'm here. So, and that's where I'm at. So anyway, I will find the name of that before you. But first, I've got one more snake to show you. And you guys ain't happy about this one either, because this one is mine. Partly because I need more females, right? Well, I don't need more spider. And this thing here, I'm not 100% sure what's all going on yet. I think because it's so light and there's no pastel and it's so clean, I think what we have here is a lesser spider ghost. And I do have to hold this one back. And I'll be honest, this one you're not going to see pop up on Patreon, at least not right now. I mean, it could be a year from now I decide to go a different direction. We used to have a sign in the back, the one that's got the Kurt's Wedding thing on it. We bought the racks in. It said, like, hey, check out my rack or something like that. And so we're holding on to this one to do some breeding with myself. And the reason is I don't think you can have enough ghost females. She will be my 4th visual ghost female. And so we will definitely be working. We're always going to work recessives pretty hard. And with that, you'll see me adding stuff as the years go by to work them even harder. But, yeah, I just don't. Question Girl says the same thing to me. I don't have a spot for it. I know I couldn't do right by it, and that's what keeps me from doing something like that. I couldn't give it the life that I think it deserves. So anyway, there is that one right there. Oop, Question Girl's home. She didn't want to film it. She'll figure it out in a minute. So that is that one. That is the last one of that clutch. I'll put that one back. That was it. All 7 eggs. So what we ended up having was the 18-1301 that I didn't sell, and we have the 18-1302 that I sold and shouldn't have, and then we have the 18-1303 I didn't sell, and then we have the 18-1304 we offered in the Humblebee at $150, and then I missed one. There is one more. Holy shit! How did I skip it? You guys are gonna like this. 8-1305. Yes. And this one just shed too. All right, I hope none of you left. A honeybee. I know. God, I keep saying humblebee. It's just a habit. Good catch. We all know it's spider. Oh man, you're pissed. I've got this one too. I forgot about this one. I don't know how I forgot about it. I just skipped it. This one is a female. This is a visual, lesser, ghost, 50% het for Axanthic. That's what she is. Look at that. She is gorgeous. I like the snake. So you guys know we have our adult lesser ghost. That was Mama. One of the most beautiful snakes I have. We get comments on it all the time. Yeah, I know. I just keep screwing that up. It is a honeybee. It's because there's 2 H's, and everybody's got these little combo names. They get so hard to remember. But for the record, for anybody that does pick up either one of those 2, whether it's a giveaway later or the one now, they are a honeybee, not a humblebee. They are just spider 50% head axanthic. But this one here would be the lesser visual ghost, 50% head axanthic. I know we did the male spider ghost for 150, so we're going to do this little lesser ghost for 200. She's 50% head axanthic as well, so it'll be the asking price on her would be simply $200. And that is 18-1305. So 18-1305, female, $200. There it is. She gone. She gone. Didn't think that one would take very long either. I knew there was one I thought I was missing. So let me put her back. Let me get a weight on her for you really quick. These are still growing up a little bit, but they're doing good. And somebody asked the difference in the clutch mates and the little one. This is probably one of the lighter clutch mates, and it's at 78 right now. I know the humble bees are. See, I got humble right that time. Oh, which one of you? I only saw one. Let me double check. The one that I see is Frank. It's at 18-1305. That's the only one I see. I don't see another one. That's the only comment that I see that came through. And we may, if anybody has a suggestion, I mean, I'm not necessarily married to this format. So if anybody has a better suggestion on how to do this, because I know the comments sometimes it's relying on Wi-Fi, etc., etc., I'm definitely open to new ways to do it. And thank you guys for all kind of saying what you're seeing too, because that is important. Let me show this 8-1301 size. Why did you come on, dear? It's just Patreon. Question girl's here. She looks like I'm in trouble. Am I in trouble?
No, I'm just exhausted.
Whew. She's just exhausted. I am not in trouble. We're having a little bit of a live sale right now. That's what we are doing.
Hey, Patreon.
So that one was, remember, just a tick under 80, right? Let's see what this one is. This thing's so cute. I love these micro ones. And this one's at 45, so it's a 46. Not a little bit more than half the size. So, no hiding the pickle on camera. Somebody had a magic. Somebody thought it was going to be hide the pickle.
No.
Her humor isn't quite as 8th grade as mine. Did she? All right, guys. Now the topic I did want to discuss, and and this is a serious question. And if you think we should do this on the full format, let me know, because that is the last one I had for sale. And I'll pull up the Tiger Charity, and it's in like Nevada. I'll have to look it up. That is this. So somebody was complaining the other day, not on here, nobody here, somebody I know, that the ball python market is dead. All of that kind of same thing. Question girl is Aaron, and was. Oh, the ball python market's dead. Nobody can sell ball pythons. And well, if we do need to cover, I'll cover it on there as well. But I definitely want to cover it with you guys too, and I could do another day on there. I was like, marketing dead. We do fine. We've done really well. We've gone places, and people seem excited, and people seem excited about ball pythons, and yada yada yada. And he said, well, only the big names can sell ball pythons. And I kind of chuckled and thought, I'm not a big name, I don't consider myself a big name, but it did dawn on me that when I go to places, a lot of people do know who we are. And I do know that definitely does help sales. I mean, that was part of why we did that. So is it only named people that can sell ball pythons anymore? Yeah. And I would agree, it can be tough to start out. I mean, but I don't know if it's any tougher to start out now than it was 5 years ago. 5 years ago, the bananas had just crashed, and it was doom and gloom, and the sky is falling, and now it's, everybody's getting out of ball pythons, because nobody can move them. And I will say at shows, I've noticed that there are, it used to be that you go to a show, and there'd be like, if you had 10 tables in a row, 9 of them were selling ball pythons. And now, I don't think it's quite the same. It's more diverse, which I think is good, and I think that's right, Corey. I think not dead, just different. And I agree, the market is growing. To me, it's growing. it is hard on your first few clutches, man. It's a grind, and it was a grind for me. It's going to be a grind for anybody, and the big money isn't there. Show me your carpet, yeah. But we'll do some carpet videos here soon. I promise. I'm working on getting a new place, and they'll move. But do you think that it's just a known breeders game now, or do you think new people can still get in? You know, that's a good point there, Brandon. Brindlin. Hopefully I'm saying that right. That's an excellent point, I think. You know. Oh, coming in really quick here. And I see what you're saying about graffiti, about if you can't buy in person and get a feel, it's nice to know the name a little bit. Yeah, Big Money Quick is gone. But this is a guy who's been in this a long time, you know? Yeah. So Brindlin was correct. I want to make sure I get that. Awesome. So, okay. So then you guys think that it's the same thing. If you got good quality animals and you market yourself well and you're excited about what you do, you're going to be successful. You know, and the guy that was complaining was somebody that really doesn't very often go to his own shows. He has somebody do it for him. You know, production hasn't necessarily been that great. So, oh, yeah. Well, we stick to it. I think on the one we're going scaleless head. The other one, I'm thinking banana black pastel. That's what I'm thinking. But and I want to make sure everybody knows I'm not talking. Cause I was just doing a show for Tall Grass, so it probably sounds like I'm talking about them. I'm not. That I've never heard them complain. So, you know, right. And I agree. Like I think when you do a show like what we do, or like what Barcheck does, or you know JKR does, or Cusco does, especially you know you're going to get the people who are new and for sure just coming in. Like I said, just coming in, I saw for sure pride and it just came out of my mouth. And they're just getting into it and they're looking for information. They're going to find those people, you know, and they're going to gravitate towards those ones that they know because they've watched them. But I think once people are in a little bit, they're going to look. They know what to look for. They're going to look for the right snake, and they're going to buy from whoever they're comfortable with. And I can see what somebody said earlier about when you're first looking at a show. You know, if they have a name, then it'd be good. And I mean, I got to stick away from scaleless lesser, and I'll tell you why I have to do that. Classy Herbs, you know, if you know them from back in the day, he's working on a scaleless bell, and that's a project that he really wants to do. He's actually a few steps ahead of me on it. And that doesn't mean that, you know, I couldn't catch up and beat him. Maybe I could, maybe I couldn't. But we're buddies, and so I'm not going to, like, step on his dick. I'm going to let him work that project. I'm taking my scaleless in different directions, because we'll probably go to a lot of places together. Now we have different variety anyway. Well, I can tell you, when he interacts with people, it's definitely hit and miss, you know. And see, that's how I feel, Jeremy. I think that, you know, the quick money is out, and there's a lot of guys who are kind of at a certain level who have, you know, because of the competition, have moved into other things, you know. And I'd agree with that too, Dylan. Yeah, and that's kind of the thing, you know, like our scaleless head came from different sources, so like we could do that, but since he's working towards doing like you know a scaleless bell, rather than me try to work towards the same project, I'm taking mine in a few different directions. Like I'm taking mine to my champagne female, the big one. I'm also going to take it to my killer bee. I love the spider stuff so much. I want to work on some like some killer stuff, like some killer spinner blast, scaleless head kind of thing. And then I've also got it scheduled to go to. I know there's a third one, champagne there. I thought I had a third one. Maybe I haven't picked up a third one yet because you guys have to vote on one of my pairings, and it's going to be an option. So you'll have like the scaleless head option, the JHI option, and the Zeus option. So Oh, and he makes one. Well, he's one of the owners of my shop. There's 4 of us that own that shop together. He's one of them. So yeah, it's making a visit when he gets. There'll be no problem. And I think that's the thing. I think what you're looking at as success makes a big difference. Few people are going to make it by making it. If your idea is this is going to be your full-time business and this is what you're going to survive on, and this is what you're going to pay your family with, and everything else. And yeah, Marcus, I do have an Orange Dream female. She didn't go last year. I'm working on Blitz to Orange Dream. That's what I'm working on. So then I can run that back through the Klitz and see if the Orange Dream doesn't do some really cool stuff with the Klitz. So, and so I do see why a lot of breeders have got out. And I know it's, there you go. The scaleless head's cool. Like, I think with Ghost, it's going to be really cool. Like, I think it, and I still don't believe all the naysayers on some things. I think it's, we'll see how it does long term. I think the best information I've had, because they tend to shed problems and shed a lot, and I think somebody brought up on here actually was that, there was the micro abrasion theory, and I don't really subscribe to that because I think we'd see it in corns, and we'd see it in kings, and we'd see it in all that. But I think it is in the way the scarring is from the belly, where that fissure is, the way the fissure closes, that skin can get stuck there, causing some issues, and that would be why they may shed more. So. No, yeah, but Laura, here's the thing: the big backlash is because of who did it, and what I mean by who did it, it was Barczyk. Barczyk was the first to hit scaleless, and Barczyk, being the biggest breeder, or one of the biggest breeder, I don't know if he's technically the largest or not. I know he got rid of a bunch a while back to kind of be more in tune with his collection, and but he's definitely the face. Like, everybody who comes in the hobby knew they're going to find Brian Barczyk before they find me, or before they find Cusco, or before they find anybody, right? And I think there's a lot of jealousy with that. And so, like, people are a little bit jealous. When Brian goes somewhere, he's going to be a rock star in this hobby. He's going to be a celebrity in this hobby. And so then it was like, oh, one more thing. So, like, the guy who's already got all this, then he hits that. I think that was where a lot of that came from. And the simple fact is, he hit it because he took a risk. He hit it because he believed in a project that may or may not work out. I can tell you, there's a lot of projects he's taken a risk on that didn't work out. It's kind of like Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth go off the plate, we remember the home runs, but that dude struck out a shit ton. And Barczyk's hit a lot of home runs, but he's hit them because he took the risk and he tried. And I don't begrudge him anything on that. I think if somebody else had hit that first, you probably wouldn't have seen the same backlash. I think a lot of that was simple jealousy and hate. And then, he quit talking about it, and then there was all kinds of rumors. Well, he wasn't talking about it because he's getting inundated with stuff, and as people demanding information. Well, and who the hell are they to demand information? If some random dude contacts me and says, you got to tell me how this is doing, I'm going to tell you shit. I don't know who you are. Now, if somebody on here, obviously it's a little bit different. But, yeah, so I think that was why there was a lot of backlash. It was more of that. Just kind of my own opinion on it. But they are. I haven't seen so much about Wilbanks, but I can tell you, man, there's been other people who've hit scaleless. Kevin and Nerds got scaleless. Now his is a micro scale line. We'll see if that's the same or not. Constriction Addiction, I know, has hit visual scaleless. The guy I filmed with, drawing a blank on his name. I can see his face better with faces and names. I filmed with him in Daytona. He hit the first pastel and also super pastel scaleless. There was a fire scaleless running around there. So, and there is that Facebook groups. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm not saying everybody has to like the guy. I don't care if somebody likes him or not. That's their prerogative. But to make an entire group dedicated to hating somebody, it's kind of like, man, get something better to do. You know what I mean? They're not banned in the UK. That was kind of going around. What they are is there is like a reptile breeders group that runs some shows there, and they're banned at those shows. Gavin, actually, from Ball Stew, did a really good video clearing some of that up. I watched it because I wasn't sure what was going on. Winston! That's the guy I filmed with. Winston! Yes! Winston produced some scaleless. And with the spiders, there is a wobble, but it's not like some of the main videos are out there where they're all just completely messed up. That's not the case, you know. It just kind of depends. Awesome. I'm glad you're here. If you're not into BPs, we'll do a lot of other things too. So, and so yeah, Gavin is a cool dude. That dude's jacked. I mean, I don't think he ever skips arm day. But that's kind of like my thoughts on that. And I wanted to know, like, you know, your thoughts. And if you guys watched the Patreon video we did with Corey, you know, after doing his first show, I was kind of thinking about that too, because it's hard for me to have a perspective. It really is, on what it's like to do a show today brand new. And then when this guy approached me, and it wasn't Corey either, for the record, it was like, oh, the market, blah, 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 blah. If Will Banks had the fire, I think he sold it. Or he bought it, one of the two. I know somebody sold a Fire Scaleless. I don't know who sold it, and I don't know who bought it, but I know it got sold in Florida the same time I was there. So, oh, bar check, not ball pythons. There you go. That makes more sense. Right, I agree, Laura. It's stupid. The whole thing is kind of overblown. And I can pull out 20 spiders, and unless you know exactly what you're looking for, you won't see a wobble. And yeah, you can find one that's a mess, but you can find other morphs that are a total mess too. That doesn't mean that if you're going to work with spiders, or if you choose not to work with them, that's okay. And if you're going to work with them, you got to disclose what's going on. You know, when we were at Denver, even though somebody else, we had a Powerball there, which is a super spot nose, and super spot nose wobbles too. That one was a pretty good wobbler, you know. And I had people trying to buy it, and I'd be like, "Hey, do you know that it's doing this? Let me show you." And after they'd see it, a lot of them, well, all of them, I didn't sell that snake. Decided to get something different instead, and that's okay. I don't feel bad about that. Of course, it wasn't my snake I'm selling, but even if it was, I'm gonna do that. I did that with every spider. Hey, do you know about spider wobble? Let me tell you a little bit about it. So I think, you know, it's on the breeder's shoulders if you're gonna work with a morph that is known to have some issues to share that. Let people make an educated decision. So I would love to do one with Gavin. I should actually hit him up on that. That's a good idea. We just have been so busy. We haven't got a new show done. And honestly, I didn't think anybody gave a shit about him because they didn't get a lot of views. But people keep asking me about him, so we need to get back on the wagon on that. So what I'm hearing from you guys, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that the ball python market is alive and well. It just ain't going to be quick money, you know? And it's going to be a little bit difficult to get your feet wet, but with some persistence you can. So, and how bad is bad, Stephanie? Is it like bad, like we're corkscrewing, like we're on a roller coaster in our own head, or what? Because I'm always curious. I've had some that eat us upside down. They do everything fine, but when they go out to kill it, they want to swallow, they'll flip over, you know. And if that's the state of the reptile market, and the ball python market, I think that's pretty normal. Thank you. I thought it was cool. You know, too, and that was an idea I had because my initial idea was I was going to film live and then film a live Patreon at the show, and the live video it sucks so bad because the Wi-Fi, not the Wi-Fi, but the internet. I was like, man, I don't want to do that product for Patreon. So like, what was I going to do? And I thought, well, I could do one after the show, just film it and then post it up. And I thought, well, who wants to watch me packing crap up? That's not that interesting. And I thought, man, when I get back there, why don't I do a live with them and let them share their experience on their first show? Because I wanted to know what that was, too. And I figure there's a lot of people out there that would like to know that, too. So I'm glad you guys enjoyed that because that was kind of fun for me to do. And it's nice. It's very nice when I get to do a video and somebody else gets to be kind of the face of it and not always just me. And that being said, keep watching because there's another YouTube video and Patreon video with them where you'll see a lot of their collection, a lot of things that they're excited about as we did go through their collection over there. Because, you know, I always need footage. So if I'm at your place and you got animals, we're going to turn the damn camera on, right? So that's just kind of how that goes. So evolving's a good word for it. So I agree. Evolving is probably good. You are doing it for the wrong reasons. You know, we're lucky. I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't bust my ass. I mean, you guys watch me, I bust my ass. There's days I work 17 hours a day sometimes, between my day job, coming home, doing this, doing whatever. But we've also been very, very blessed, and I know that I've been blessed. I don't think it's any great thing I've done other than I can be personal when this is on. And even us, I mean, we've turned the corner where we could make profit. I don't know why I did. We do. I make an average of about $253 a month. Yay! So does Kurt. But instead we've chosen to invest in things. Like we've invested in this property, which I close on Halloween, so y'all are going to see that soon. We've invested in new animals. We've invested in new equipment. We've invested in those things, and we know. And so I put that money back into it. That's fun. And that's probably good. He's just a pet. If you get one that wobbles really bad, you should probably pull up from the breeding program. But and yeah, big profits, right? Woohoo! Now that being, there's more to profit too than just cash in your pocket. And what I mean is, the size of my collection's grown, my equipment's grown. I mean, this has value, not the same value as when I bought it, but it has value. Actually, probably does have the same value as when I bought it, because I got a hell of a deal on it, because I bought their display ones. Bought a video, or not video, saw a video come in, and that would be a lot of work. And I bought, this other house. That's worth money. Like that, it's real life equity, real life money. So are we making profit, even though it's not going in our pockets? Yeah, we are. We're paying everything and we're adding stuff. That's really truly kind of making a profit. Can I eat it? No, I mean, it ain't profits I can eat, and yeah. 690 minutes a night's pretty good, but it can be done. But I don't think you're gonna get into ball pythons, make a living in 2 years, right off into the sunset. Most of our profit honestly comes from social media. A lot of what we've been able to do to grow, the very vast majority of it, literally comes from you guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. You guys know that already. That's where a lot of what I've been able to do comes from. We wouldn't be buying the house without y'all. We wouldn't have added a lot of the animals I've added this year without y'all. We wouldn't have added the racks without y'all. It's definitely, we're almost as much a social media company as we are a ball python company, and I think that does give us an advantage. Which is why I didn't know how the show's market really was feeling for other people, because I know not everybody has had that same advantage, and I know we're very blessed to have it. So. Thank you guys very much. It is a big key. It's not the only key, but it is a big key. The hard part is, you look, there's a whole bunch of channels out there and a whole bunch of people trying to do the same thing, and not everybody's going to get lucky. And I know we did. And there's people that got luckier than us, or done more than us, or put more into it than us. There's people that do a lot and haven't had that same hit. But I'll tell you too, guys, both of you, Chris and Pride of Texas, for me, this was just fun, and it still is fun, and that's why I started too, Stephanie and Zebra Bee, right? And but it's transitioning when I realized that my days are coming at work, and I need a new job. And I thought, well, if I can do this to make ends meet, along with when I get retired and I get that, all I gotta do is I don't need to be rich. I just want to maintain. It is like, I do look at it like a business, like a full-blown 100% business. But again, like I conversed with somebody else the other day, just because you look at it as a business doesn't mean your animal care drops. It actually should increase. If these are your investments and what you're going to live on, you've got to put everything into it, so lots of snake shit. I bare hand most of it. It's kind of disgusting. So, yeah, for me, it ain't reasonable to do this till I'm old. It's not. It's just not. I never intended to do it till I was old. So it kind of came down that, okay, my time's coming. I got to pick my other job. I was saying, man, I can sell cars. I can sell that easy. But do I want to do that? Do I want to work for somebody? I want to work for me. And I decided I want to work for me. And this is what grew out of it. And I wouldn't change it. This is what I want to do. So, it'll never be fast money. It'll never be. Even if we're making our living in it one day, I'll still be working my ass off, even more so than now. So take a lot more animals and everything else. So don't sell cars. I really was looking at that. Yeah, I like my soul though, so and I appreciate that, Laura. I really do. And good night too, for sure. Um, it's just, the Jeep's doing good. I got a 2-inch lift supposed to be going in it, but we haven't got it scheduled to go in yet. And then the trailer is getting ready. But I'll tell you what, everything we were kind of doing, like we got all these things that were in the works, and everything kind of got put on the back burner to get this facility done. And it had to. Again, some things speak to you, and this spoke to me. It was one of those chances that I thought, man, I ain't going to have this chance again. To have that right there, where it's literally I'll be able to wake up, go to my facility on my day off, and bust my ass there. Yeah, we're closing Halloween. This is like there's actually a closing date now. We're ready to rock on that, and so everything else kind of got pushed to the back burner when we got this done. So yeah, low 50s is probably too cold for no heat pack. And I wouldn't want to ship it there. That's just me though. So Patreon painting party, yeah, come paint that shit purple. So and then started real estate after. So you did IT for 30. Man, I got a lot of computer people. What do you guys have to come here and like set my shit up? Because I'm actually a computer idiot. All right, guys, it's been. I see it definitely. Did I miss one? Oh yeah, too cold. That one. Yeah, I didn't miss that. Yeah, it is too cold. If it's alive and it's fine, that's good. Just keep an eye on it. Make sure it doesn't develop respiratory from being too cold. They actually can bounce back from cold pretty well. But that being the case, you still don't want to put them through that, especially babies. So what I'm going to need to do, and maybe I can do it, is I would like to not pay an extra Wi-Fi bill, right? I would like to make my Wi-Fi here work over there. I just don't know if that's feasible or not. But if it is, and if there's a way I can do that, that would be great. Because since we updated our Wi-Fi, it has been really strong, really sturdy. Like I'm hoping this is coming through like a rock. And no, one season I can see the other house from here in one season. Otherwise, it's a forest in between. So yeah, and it'd be hard to get a wire. And then you're talking about a long wire. I say it's the house next door, but I mean we're not in the city, so it's like a tenth of a mile. She's been active since. That's a good sign. So make sure you don't hear any weird breathing things in the next week or so, and you should be fine. It was a short time, is the hope. I don't know where they shipped it from, but 50's on the cold side. Typically, I don't like to ship if it's going to be warmer than 95, and I don't heat pack if it's over like 85. And you get some weird where it's going to be like 85 degrees in the daytime and 60 something at night, which is what I had when we did the pastel xanthine. We did heat pack that. Think it was going to be an air conditioned climate when it was at FedEx, and I don't think it was. I think that was my problem. So we could. I'll be honest though. I don't do a lot of treatment for a lot of problems. We prevent them. We haven't had a lot. So yeah, it is more like that one is right at 1.8, but my current one is 3.15. So it comes out to. I know when we added both of them, it's like 5.02 or something acres we'll end up with. So it is large lots. It's not going to be like able to just run a quick wire over there or something. It'll be kind of amazing. So yeah, I had to. Yeah, I mean, yeah. In the high 50s there. Oh my God, yeah, high 50s there. They needed a heat pack, Yeah, it's over 500 feet away, I'm sure. I mean, I haven't measured it, but it is because there's technically, I think 2 lots. Most lots here like a quarter acre, half acre, and there's 2 in between. I have both those lots. It's all, but yeah, it's a long ways away. So, ballroom hotel. Sure, I would imagine everybody would. If I have to get Wi-Fi there eventually, I will. But I mean, I'm cheap guy, so I'm trying not to do all that shit. All right, guys, I do need to hop up off here though, because we got to get packed for the trip in the morning. And before I go, though, I do want to say one more time a big thanks to Chris for stepping up, buying the charity snake, and making it a giveaway. That you guys never cease to blow my mind. The shit that you all do, man. It brings a smile to my face, makes me happy to be alive, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Whether it's the support you give us, the support I see that you give each other, or things like that, and I still do owe you a hat, so you will definitely get one. It's just that's one of the things that you guys are some of the times what makes this worth it when I am picking up all that poo. So I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you next week.